Hey YouTube, it's Tristan or Pacostames101 here, bringing you another Wi-Fi battle. And this is against Catcher. I found him on the TPX chat, and I wanted to have a battle, and he accepted. So let's start. Looking at his team, it looks like he has Ninetales there just for Sunflora, which is really interesting because I haven't actually faced a Sunflora since Gen 4 UU. So that'll be interesting. And it looks like the Ninetales there just to counter weather teams, which I'm using my rain team, so that can be definitely a problem. And let's just start the battle. Anyway, he's gonna lead off with, I'm gonna lead off with my Cacnea, or my Ferrothorn. And he's gonna lead off with his Smeargle, so I'm not sure what he wants to do, just because Smeargle can have any move. But he ends up going for Trick, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind the Choice Scarf that much. Just as long as I get my rocks and then I can stall with Leech Seed or Thunder Wave or something. But anyway, I set up my Stealth Rock just because I want that Ninetales taking residual damage, and it'll help win the Weather War, just because... what can you call it? I can win the Weather War just because Ninetales takes a quarter damage, and Politoed can switch in as much as he likes. Well, not as much as he likes, but... anyway, he goes for Spore, and I'm gonna go to my Politoed now. And, I mean, Ferrothorn is pretty much useless now that he's asleep and he's Choice Scarfed, but... anyway, I go to Politoed just to get my weather up, and he sets up Spikes, which is fine. And he sets up another layer of Spikes. I'm just gonna go for the Hydro Pump. Just because in the rain I know it's gonna be able to take it out. He doesn't have the Sash anymore, so... you know, the 2 layers of Spikes does hurt a little, but... hey, at least it's not so bad. And I'd rather have my rocks on his side than in this case. Anyway, he brings out Ninetales. I don't know what he wants to do, and I think a lot here of what I want to do, just because Ninetales in the sun, I don't have something to really take it. Oh no, it's not this turn. He just goes for Toxic this turn, and I stay in and Hydro Pump, I believe. Yeah. No, I scout what he wants to do. And Hydro Pump looks like it's a 3-hit KO, but I don't really want to stay in. So I debate here for a long time what I want to do, and I end up just switching out to Ferrothorn just because... I mean, if he doesn't do anything but Flamethrower, I'll live, and I can just scout what he wants, and then I can bring in Politoed afterwards and set up Rain. But he makes a great play and goes straight for the Flamethrower, expecting it. I mean, I don't mind so much just because Ferrothorn was useless. Just being asleep and being Choice Scarf, so he got his rocks up and that's what he had to do, so that's the important part. Anyway, I'm gonna bring in Politoed here. And I figure he's going to switch. So, and which he does, he has to, he needs his weather. And he sends out Latios. And I thought about going for Ice Beam here, but I just go for the safe Hydro Pump just because I thought he would predict my Ice Beam, but I guess just thinking about it, that seemed like a really stupid choice to make. Anyway, I go for Hydro Pump. It does about a third to Latios. And I switch out here. I thought he would be Choice Specs, just because everyone's Choice Specs. And I go to my Scizor. I know I can take anything. He's not going to go for HP Fire off the bat. And even if he does, I have, whatchamacallit. I have the Rain up, so I didn't think it would kill anyway. But he goes for Psyshock. It does a decent chunk. And he actually shows that he does have Hidden Power Fire. I thought he would want to switch, so I went for Pursuit this turn. And realistically, I probably should have just gone for the safe Bullet Punch. But he does have that Donphan, so I was expecting to switch to Donphan. So... anyway, I'm going to go to my Rotom. I am Scarfed, so I know I will outspeed. And I figure he's going to switch expecting me to be Scarfed, so I'm going to just go straight for the Hydro Pump. And he brings out Donphan, which I wasn't sure why. I guess he was just expecting Thunder. But between Rocks, Breaking the Sturdy, and Hydro Pump, I'm easily going to be able to take out this Donphan. So that's great for me. And I believe he's also in a... I mean, it puts him in a position where he can bring in Ninetales, but, you know, Ninetales can only switch in, I think, one more time safely. So he gets his sun up. I believe I'm just going to stay in here because I am Scarfed. And I know I'll outspeed, and Hydro Pump should be able to kill at that range, even in the sun. So that's what I do, and it's easily able to take it out, which is good, because that means that I win the Weather War, so that puts me one step closer to winning this battle. And he brings out Sunflora now. I don't know what it's going to do, but I'm expecting a grass move, so I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go to my Zapdos. Just because if he does go for any type of grass move, Zapdos can take it really well. And he goes for Giga Drain. I guess he... Well, no, Giga Drain was the safest play, because if I brought in Politoed, it would just take it out anyway. And he shows that he's Life Orbed, and he has Solar Power, which I have not seen on Sunflora yet, which is... It's really cool. Like, it's nice to see, you know, something, I guess, as RU as Sunflora just playing in an OU match. But anyway, I figure I'm faster, so I'm just going to go for Heat Wave. It is in the sun. I get a crit here. He says that matters, but I don't think it does, just because it is Zapdos, and it is Heat Wave, and it's super effective, and it's in the sun. So I don't really think that that crit mattered. Anyway, he's going to bring in his Latios here. I switch out. I believe I go to Politoed now. Yeah, just to sponge whatever move he takes. Set up my weather, and then I'll be fine. And he goes for Psyshock. He keeps going for these moves, and I wanted to go for Draco Meteor just to fodder something out so I can safely switch in something, but he gets a crit here. I don't know if that mattered. I don't really care if it mattered, just because Politoed was just coming in to die anyway, so I'm not gonna get angry over something that, you know, I intended to happen anyway. And I can't even see that health. He lives with 7 HP. I figured from what Politoed doesn't have any special attack investments, and it did about a third, so I figured I'd be able to kill with Rotom, just because I am a modest choice Scarfer, and I'm in the rain, but apparently Latios wants to troll me. And that was pretty much the deciding factor of this game, just because I needed my Rotom alive to take out his... Well, no, he only has Reuniclus left. And I needed... At least if I had Rotom, I'd be able to hit it for some kind of damage before he starts Calm Minding or anything like that. And Rotom, Reuniclus doesn't have that much special defensive bulk until it starts. And here I make a really, really dumb play here. I figured just because he saw Sucker Punch, he's not going to attack me the first turn, but he does. And, I mean, realistically, I should have just done Substitute, just because if he did attack me, then the sub would take the hit, and then I can just Sucker Punch next turn. Or I should have just Sucker Punch to begin with. But anyway, now it's down to 1-on-1. And it's my Zapdos against his Reuniclus. And I go for Thunder. I'm praying for some kind of hacks, just because I don't think Zapdos can 2-hit KO a Reuniclus. And it does about 40%. He gets paralyzed. And he actually does Trick Room. So that tells me he doesn't have Calm Mind. So I do have a chance. If I can live a hit and Thunder him... Well, no, if I can live 2 hits, or I can live a hit and then he gets paralyzed, I'll win. But otherwise, I'm probably going to lose. But he doesn't have Calm Mind investments, but that Psychic does a ton. So I'm guessing he's Life Orbed. And he's just a sweeping Trick Room set. Anyway, I go for Thunder, and it puts him down into the red. And here it just comes down to hacks. Do I get paralysis or do I not get paralysis? And I don't. So that will be the end of the battle. So that was a great game catcher. I definitely made some mistakes there, but, you know, this guy was pretty good, and I'm Crafter. I said catcher, I'm sorry. And he was definitely good. I believe he has a YouTube channel. It should be the same name as his TPX name, so definitely go check him out. And great game, man, and I will see you guys later. Peace.